My brother claims that he's better than me and he has more views. Yeah, skip that guy.
Yeah, because I got.
No, he doesn't. Oh, anyway. What is -1 in Amsterdam? I'm not even Amsterdam. Okay, let's skip that thing. 6, 7, by the way. Shut up! Yeah, that's where I am.
Where what
Shut. I know what I'm gonna do. I need more views. Please. Yeah, that's my feel, so that's it. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Exposed. Yeah, look at that perfect. Let's watch later, right? I'm allowed to see. Yeah, I like to say so. Oh yeah, that's Too Big of Christmas. What should we watch today? Ryan. What? No. Guys, let's skip my little brother, my big brother right now, and what should we do and stuff? I don't know. I don't know what to do this video. What should we watch? I should have decided that before I started filming. And I was too mad at my brother.
People are spotting a strange red figure, but nobody can explain who it is. The camera even caught a red figure moving at night, and this connects back to a real man named Saint Nicholas, who secretly left gifts for children in the dark. And now a new viral video is blowing up the internet. In the clip, you can clearly see a red clothed figure and something that looks exactly like reindeer flying behind it. But when the camera zooms in, the figure fades out instantly.
Bro, I'm making a video because we're low the volume.
If you don't like and subscribe, Santa might just skip your house this year. Have you ever wondered if Santa Claus is actually real? Even today, people are spotting a strange red figure, but nobody can explain who it is. The camera even caught a red figure moving in the night, and this connects back to a real man named Saint Nicholas, who secretly left gifts for children in the dark. And now a new viral video is blowing up the internet. In the clip, you can clearly see a red clothed figure and something that looks exactly like a reindeer flying behind it. But when the camera zooms in, the figure fades out instantly. So is this the real Santa, or is there something the world is still trying to hide? If you don't
let's put the thing away. You're attracting my. Oh yeah, look at nice, like the amazing. That's good.
Hi, my name is Maz, and I'm here with the Odd Ones Out to talk about how he dreams about furry prison. What? Listen. You don't? You need to stop. I just want to say 2 words. Okay. Zootopia Tiger. Fair enough, you win.
Wait, guys, I've got to do something.
Hi, my name is Maz, and I'm here with the Odd Ones Out to talk about how he dreams about furry prison. What? Listen. You don't? You need to stop. I just want to say 2 words. Okay. Zootopia Tiger. Fair enough, you win. Your Honor, I am guilty. Take me away to furry prison. So James and I wrote down all of our crazy dreams that we had for about a month. And then we thought it would be a really cool video to share them with each other for The Odd Twos Out channel. That was 2 years ago, yeah. I really was fond of the dreams that we shared, especially the ones you were sharing, because people had already started working on it. And so I decided that, maybe I could tell you a bit more of my dreams and then complete the project and put it over on my channel. And the way it's going to work is that James wanted to let his storyboarders draw out the stories in their own unique styles. I decided to continue with that same way and let people within my team and some of my storyboarding friends also animate these stories. So if you like the style or aesthetic of a specific story or storyboarder, make sure to check out the description below to find them. Oh, and this video was sponsored by Genshin Impact. More on that later. Oh, no! Are you kidding me? What? Yeah, I am serious. I actually like the game, okay? Oh, and if you want to support me as well, make sure to check out my high-quality new merch I just dropped. I've been working on it for months, and it's really good stuff, so make sure to go to martianwear.com and check it out. This hoodie alone is worth getting, okay? Alright, now James, what do you want?
First dream, I went to jail for 2 years for hitting someone. And as I was walking through the jail cell, I realized that it was a jail for dragons. I remember walking down there was one dragon in a very tiny cell, and it had like a bunch of chains on it, and it was shaking and crying, and it was going, I did something horrible. And that really freaked me out. It made me scared of dragon prison. We were just like walking down the hall, seeing just dragons in different varying levels of cells. And we get to the end of the hallway, and there was my cell, but it was the nicest cell because I was only in prison for hitting someone. So I was also only in prison for 2 years. But even though I was only in prison for 2 years and I had the nicest cell, I thought it was dragon crap that I had to waste 2 years of my life in prison. So I tried to escape the dragon prison, and by escaping, I tried to talk to some of the dragons to like bust out. Yeah, I tried to recruit some of the dragons to bust out, but then I woke up.
Wait. I have so many questions here. So first of all, did it look different? Like, was the jail differently shaped?
So my jail cell was actually a giant field. It was weird. It was like an inside field. And I was like, oh, this is a very nice cell. I was worried about nothing. But I was still here for 2 years, and that's a big waste. So I wanted to, I rallied up other dragons to break out of jail. So
this dream that I had is the one that really picked up my mood, and it's a dream called Genshin Impact. Click on the link in the description. Genshin Impact is the open world action RPG that everyone's been raving about. I've been playing it myself, and it seems to have also taken the internet by storm during this video. So this place, it's a world that's inhabited by wizards.
Okay.
Magic is everywhere in this world, and they're using elemental magic as if it's like completely normal. So it's this very peaceful world of wizards and elemental magic, and then suddenly a traveler from another world appears and lands on this world. She's explaining that, hey, look, I'm from a planet, I have no science, I just came from a magic mana world.
There's no science, but she flew from outer space.
Okay. But she's using magic, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, checkmate, atheist. And so she's using magic to fly in from the world, and in that world, it's just mana. And so there's no water, there's no elements, it's just a pure magical world. And so this traveler is like, look, I'm here to see what the ocean is. I want to know what water is, because our world doesn't have it. And she's explaining this super calmly, and then the other humans are like, what the fuck? They're so scared of this random alien that just came in, right? I was watching this happen, and then all of the wizards are terrified of this alien, and they attack her with all the magical strength that they could muster, but they were completely powerless. Like, she's a magical creature. Like, it just didn't even scratch her. She didn't even try to fight back. She was just, like, casually turned around and started running.
Okay.
And now, this is where I come in.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. She breaks out of furry prison. In this world, I was, like, a really formidable aqua and aero mage, right? Which is, like, water and wind. And so I see this random alien running, not towards me, but like nearby, and I use my arrow magic to kind of make a giant gust of wind and stops her in her tracks.
Alright.
And she's just like, yo, I commend you for your strength, but I'm gonna kick your butt. Yeah, it's like, this is doing nothing to me. And so I'm using all of my arrow and aqua magic, but then I think of this plan. I'm like, hey, come over here. And I make what appears to be a lake. And I'm like, yeah, if you go in, it connects to the ocean. And because she had never been into like an ocean or lake or whatever, didn't know what that was, she's like, yeah, that seems like a great idea. She goes in, and as soon as she steps into the lake, she gets submerged, because she didn't know it would like...
She doesn't know how to swim.
Yeah, she didn't even know what the water physics was, because she didn't have that. And so she falls in, she's like drowning, and then I take this opportunity to cast my strongest arrow and aqua mage and flash freeze her, and that's how I win, because like now she can't do anything, and she didn't even know what this was.
Wow.
And then I woke up, and I was like, damn, I'm so good.
I gotta commend you for like having a plot, a loose plot, you know, of like, oh, how am I gonna win? And then you outsmarted the villain. I wouldn't even consider this person a villain, honestly. It's more.
No, she was like a very nice person in my dream, and
yeah,
I was like eating her up. How dare you be a foreigner?
In this dream, there was like one mega villain, and he invited a bunch of like smaller villains into this like meeting area and like this like evil laboratory. And then he showed us this ray that would turn you into a perfect monster. So he demonstrated this ray by firing it at a giant squid, and then it looked like the giant squid died at first, but then it came back to life and it was all white and it looked like it was amplified. It was like more evil. It was like a more evil giant squid.
Okay.
And then I asked the villain, I said, won't the squid attack us? And he said, no. And then the roof opened up, and then the squid got launched up into the ocean, which the ocean was up in the roof, basically. So So that was it.
What the heck?
Okay, this isn't the weird part.
This is not the
This is not the weird part,
What the
yeah.
heck?
And so then the villain started talking to everyone, and this is like a line I remember in the dream. He was talking to everyone. He says, I can turn you into perfect monsters. You will never have a sore throat, ingrown toenail, or a zit on your face. So it's just a line I remember. So he's, trying to convince the lesser villains.
Infomercial for this ray? What the
It was more like him rallying up a bunch of villains to become even stronger, more evil villains. And then he says, this is the weird part, he says, Luigi, how do you expect to get down on one knee without any knees? And then we reveal Luigi in a wheelchair, and there aren't any legs on Luigi, and that's all I remember.
Wait. You just brought up so many things in one sentence.
So he was implying that he can grow Luigi's legs back. So it's like Luigi was trying to propose, but he couldn't because he didn't have any knees.
That's so... So I had this dream where I was like chilling on my sofa, relaxing, watching some TV, as you do, and I'm just like lazily clicking through the channels.
Okay.
And as I'm flicking through, I hear this like skittering noise underneath the TV cabinet.
Ooh.
And, like a little...
Ooh.
weird noises, and I was like, I've never heard this. I don't know what's happening. And so I sat up, and I'm just like kind of leaning in to see what's happening. And as I'm slowly leaning in, like trying to see what it was, a cockroach suddenly flies out.
Whoa.
And starts flying towards me. And at first, I'm just like, oh, okay, cockroaches can fly. Okay, sure. I start like lying back down like in my sofa to avoid the cockroach, but then it like swoops down and changes direction to attack me.
Oh.
And so as I'm like lying down in my sofa, right? So I'm just like shimmying side to side in my sofa to avoid it attacking me. And then I woke up and I was shimmying in bed.
Yeah, I was about to say, the fact that your dream was you laying on a couch and you like lean in and then you go back to laying down, I bet you actually did that in real life.
No, I actually think I did. Yeah. I was fully like shimmying in my bed thinking that I was getting attacked by a cockroach.
I wonder if the skitter sound, I wonder if like that was in your bedroom somewhere, like the air conditioning was going off.
Why would he say that? Now I think there's a cockroach in my bedroom. Why would he say that? Why would he say that right now?
I'm not saying the sound was a cockroach. I'm saying the sound could have been some other third party, like a car was driving by outside, and your brain took that sound and was like, that's a cockroach.
I'm not sleeping in my bedroom anymore. I guess that's the same thing like when you dream, because I know you wet the bed until you were 8 years old.
Shut up! You're not supposed to know!
Listen, okay, I understand. So as I was saying, so when you peed yourself until you were 8 years old.
What about it?
When you're about to pee yourself, you don't know it, but in your dream, you think that you're in the toilet and you're going to pee. It was in Diary of the Wimpy Kid, where he thought he was like a firefighter. He was dousing water, and it turns out he was just peeing his bed. And it's like stuff like that. Your brain puts whatever like physical feelings you're having and puts in your dream. And so you would never know if something's happening in real life.
Unless you wake up afterwards and you're drenched in pee, then you could probably put two and two together.
No, that was me. Sorry, I came over and peed on you. Listen, I didn't want to tell you this, but it wasn't you until 8. It was me, actually.
It was me.
Come on.
It's always been me, James. It's always been me.
I want to say before I tell you this dream, I've never done pop brownies before. Anyway, so this dream took place in the nighttime, and I was behind a building, and I was with my old improv group from high school, and we were all wearing our uniforms.
Wait, you were in improv?
Yeah, it was improv in high school, and we all wore uniforms. They were blue. And I forgot who, but they pulled out these brownies, but the brownies were in like a bread bag. It was a little plastic bag. They pulled out these brownies, and they were like, here's the pop brownies. And I was like, sweet. I've never done pop brownies, okay? But that was just in the dream. The dream journal says, then some time passed, I don't remember what happened, but I noticed later that I lost the pop brownies, and that my little sister appeared and was like, haha, I pranked you, I hid the brownies, and then I turned into like full-on older brother mode of like, stop playing games. I like grabbed her and I was like, where did you put the brownies? Don't touch my brownies. And then she's like, okay. What the heck? Because they're pop brownies, dude. My little sister thought they were normal brownies. I tell my sister to show me where she hid the pop brownies, and she shows me where they were, and she like points to a parked car that was behind the building, and then I looked into the car like this, and then I see the pop brownies, and I see one was eaten, and I asked my little sister, I was like, did you eat one of the pop brownies? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, the next 2 hours is going to be a lot for you.
okay. And what I wrote on the note app was I literally just wrote the words Aquaman, and there is no other context. There is nothing else. It's just Aquaman.
Wait, so I'm imagining you like woke up from this crazy, vivid dream. You're like, oh, I gotta write this down so I remember it. But you're just so tired, and the first thing you wrote is Aquaman, and you're like, I'll remember what that's about, and then you go back to bed or something.
Yeah, I literally went back to bed. I don't remember the dream, so there you go.
There's nothing, just Aquaman.
No, it's just Aquaman.
What a very insightful dream. I was in this room. I was in my own bedroom. The corner, right there, there was a shadowy figure. It was in the shape of like a giant egg, and it had a creepy smile.
Okay.
And then I asked it, is it time to get up? And then it replied by bouncing up and down and going, it's time to get up, it's time to get up, it's time to get up in the morning, it's time to get up, it's time to get up, it's time to get up today. And that's all I remember.
Okay, so James, I just wanted to ask, what did we learn today?
I think we watched too many movies. I think that's what I learned.
I think I actually really like that I wrote down these dreams for a month, because now my dreams are more vivid and way more enjoyable to me.
And like as soon as you wake up, you're like, this is what happened. I remember them.
I actually would recommend to write down your dreams.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, then just record it on audio. Like that's what I ended up doing afterwards.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. You'll read what you wrote and you'll be like, oh, I remember it, you know?
I think that's also one of the tips to get lucid dreaming, which we can talk about later.
Oh, I've never been successful in lucid dreaming.
Well, yeah, because you keep dreaming about weird like Luigi having no legs and furry prison, okay? Like,
That was like 2 years ago. Okay.
yeah, has that changed? Do you dream about better things now?
It was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright, and with that, wear your seatbelts and stay
And
in
stay amazing.
bye.